Okay, we are talking through lesson 6, and that is solving proportional relationships. Now, at the top of this page, on page 396, it gives you the example, or it gives you the vocabulary for a proportion, and it is an equation stating that two ratio rates are equivalent. Now, this algebra way of writing it with the letters gets confusing here. Essentially what you are doing is you are going to find the cross products, okay, which means you cross multiply. If you cross multiply and both numbers are equal the same, your proportion is proportional, okay, or the numbers that you are given are proportional. So let's do this example here. So I've got 10 times, so I've got 10x equals 4 times 9, which is 36. Divide by 10, divide by 10. So this is where we're pulling in our algebra skills. X equals 3.6. Over here, I go and I get 2y equals 170. Divide each side by 2. Y equals 85. Okay, and C, I want to cross multiply. 7 times 21 equals 149, or I'm sorry, 147. And 3 times n is 3n. So I divide by 3, n equals 49. Okay? So n equals 49. All right, so this is how you find for a missing part of your proportion. All right, so up in the example that we were given before, all sides were given, we had to determine if it was proportional. Here we're finding the missing part of the proportion. All right, so back up here is another example. It says the ratio of type O to non-type O donors at a blood drive was 37 to 43. How many donors would be type O out of 300 donors? Okay, so this sets it up, shows you your example, and ends up cross-multiplying to find the number of type O donors. Okay, so then our last got it problem, it says the ratio of 7th grade students to 8th grade students in a soccer league is 17 to 3. So 7th grade to 8th grade. Okay, that's how we're going to set it up. So in 7th grade will be the top one, 17 over 23 students. If there are 200 students in all, how many are in the 7th grade? Okay, so this is going to be a little bit different. This right here is telling me 8th grade students. This is telling me 7th grade students. But this says in all. So I need, and I'm looking for 7th grade. So I have to look back and see what I need to use. So 17 out of my 23, or 17, I'm sorry, of my students are 7th grade. And that's 17 out of 40. Okay, because I added 23 and 17 to figure out how many total students I have. 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 4. 40 total students, okay? Because this is 17 8th graders and 17 7th graders and 23 8th graders, okay? It was not saying that there are 23 total students. There are actually 40 total students. So now I can use my 17 over 40, 7th over total, to set up over. Now it says if there are 200 students in all. So that's going to be 200, because that's total. If I have a total of 200 students, how many of them are going to be 7th graders? So there's my X. Okay, so this would be trying to figure out how we're going to break down classes and things like that. Okay, so what do I need to do? I need to cross multiply. 17 times 200 equals 3,400 students. Do I have 3,400 students? No. I'm going to need to break them into groups of 40 basically. Okay? So then I get, if I multiply 40 times x, I get 40x. So I need to solve. Okay, so I have 3,400 divided by 40. That says that there are 85 total 7th graders if 200 students. So the thing with proportions you want to think about is how you are combining them. You can do part to part or part to whole. Okay, so the first example I did, we did part to part. This one we did part to whole.